Good evening. On behalf of the President of Riverside Military Academy, Colonel Stas Proshevsky, United States Army retired, our Board of Trustees, and the Corps of Cadets, welcome to Riverside Military Academy's 2022 Graduation Parade and Awards Ceremony.
Does Zach have a radio up there?
I am Zach Garrett, Riverside's instructor of video production and class of 2011. We are honored to have with us today Brigadier General retired Daniel Kaufman, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, our commencement speaker, Mr. John D. Bassett III, Riverside class of 1955, as well as several members of the Riverside Military Academy Board of Trustees. Mr. Ruben Barahona, 89, Mr. E.T. Lopez, 84, Dr. Brian Baldwin, 96, and special guest, Mrs. Andrea Lehman and family, Mr. Bob Swazowski, and many others. Please join us in recognizing these special guests. While the marching units are making their way onto the field, I will briefly describe the historical background associated with some of the movements and activities you'll observe this evening. The tradition of parading troops can be traced back to the time of Alexander the Great. In general, drill procedures and movements on the parade field were identical to the tactical maneuvers employed on the battlefield. The tradition of United States military reviews and parades began at Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. At that time, brigades of soldiers were formed in order of battle. Modern-day ceremonies are conducted to render honors, preserve tradition, and foster esprit de corps. Parades were originally the working formation of the Army, which began and ended each day, whereas the reviews were formal dress occasions. The review you'll see today is a continuation of a 200-year-old tradition and does not differ greatly from the parade sequence outlined in Baron von Steuben's Blue Book, and as practiced by the American Revolutionary War soldiers. It is interesting to note that the Riverside Military Academy Cadet Regulations Codebook is still published with a blue cover, and to this day is referred to as the Blue Book.
He's here? Good.
Yes, sir.
Group change. Oh.
Hey, y'all. How's everybody? Sorry, I was telling my friend I got the red light in Off County today. Major, how are you? Good to see you. How are you? Hi, Mr. Bassett. I'm Dan Kaufman. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. How was dinner? Good. Great.
The presence of band company at the head of the column of companies represents the significant role that the fife, drum, and bugle have played throughout history for signaling both in garrison and on the battlefield. The location of the colors at the center of the formation represents their presence at the forefront of regiments and battalions during the heat of battle. The color guard of the Corps of Cadets includes, in order from your left to right, the national colors, the Georgia State flag, and the flag of the Riverside Military Academy Corps of Cadets. The march on is complete. The battalion adjutant will now command sound attention. The adjutant will direct the band to sound adjutant's call.
Sound adjutant out!
The adjutant moves briskly as he positions himself on the field, midway between the cadets and the commander of troops, to receive reports from each company commander. At this time, the battalion adjutant will direct the Academy's band to sound off.
Sound off! Sound off!
The commander of troops for today's parade is the battalion commander, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Hamilton from Cumming, Georgia. Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Hamilton will now maneuver the battalion staff into position in front of the battalion.
Hard time. Hard. Staff. Halt.
The battalion staff consists of the executive officer, Cadet Major Elias Struve from Atlanta, Georgia. The S1, Cadet First Lieutenant Joshua Yoon from Clearmont, Florida. The S2, Cadet First Lieutenant Ayodeji Lawson from Powder Springs, Georgia. The S3, Cadet Captain James Gwynn from Vietnam. The S4, Cadet First Lieutenant Phu Pham from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. The S5, Cadet First Lieutenant Luis Alcerica from Cozumel, Mexico. The Inspector General, Cadet Captain David Capistine from Issaquah, Washington. The Command Sergeant Major, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Andrew Preston from Gainesville, Georgia. And Commanding Scout Company, the Honor Council Chairman, Cadet Major Christian Jones from San Diego, California. The hosting officer for today's parade is Colonel Stas Przewski, President of Riverside Military Academy. Colonel Przewski is now taking his position on the parade field. The procedure you are now seeing was once used by commanders to meet with their subordinate leaders. The colors mark the location of the headquarters. The headquarters is also the traditional location of the unit commander. For this reason, the unit colors are accompanying the unit leaders. In earlier ceremonies, once all had assembled, the commander would pass instructions to his subordinates. This meeting also gave the commander the opportunity to relay messages and other information that he did not think appropriate for the rank and file to hear.
Present the command. Yes, the present off. Present off. Present off. Present off. Present off. Circular! Act! Oh!
Please rise and join the Corps in rendering honors to our nation as the Riverside Military Academy Band plays the National Anthem. Please be seated.
Order! Oh! Parade! It is the order of the parade! Right!
This evening's parade is in honor of the graduating class of 2022, their parents and grandparents. We thank our Riverside parents and grandparents for their resources, time, and personal commitment to the military model of education as we provide one of the most demanding, holistic educational experiences in America. During this evening's parade, we will also recognize several cadets whose performances have been exceptional and worthy of special commendation.
Personnel to be recognized! Right and center!
Use your right and side. Right face. On left. March.
The Commandant of Cadets, Lieutenant Colonel Adam Carter, will now join Colonel Proshevsky for the presentation of the Douglas MacArthur Award. The Douglas MacArthur Award is presented annually to the junior ROTC cadet who best emulates and qualities exemplified by the Douglas MacArthur. And he was a cadet at the West Texas Military Academy and the United States Military Academy at West Point. This year's recipient is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Hamilton. Cadet Hamilton served as the battalion commander, was a member of the National Champion Raider team, and will attend the United States Air Force Academy in the fall. Lieutenant Colonel David Lee, the senior Army instructor, will now join Colonel Proshevsky for the presentation of the First to Serve Awards. The First to Serve Award is given annually to those cadets who have decided to enter the profession of the arms in defense of the Constitution of the United States in service to our country. The first awardee to be recognized is Cadet Thomas Hamilton, who will be proudly serving in the United States Air Force following his appointment to the United States Air Force Academy. The second awardee is Cadet Holden Heist, who will be proudly serving in the United States Army Reserve. The third awardee is Cadet Grant Holliday, who will be proudly serving in the United States Army National Guard. Our fourth awardee is Cadet Christian Jones, who will be proudly serving in the United States Marine Corps following 4 years at the University of Mississippi on a Navy ROTC scholarship. The fifth and final awardee is Cadet Joshua Yoon, who will be proudly serving in the United States Coast Guard following his appointment to the United States Coast Guard Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, our first to serve. As previously noted, this evening's parade is also in honor of our Riverside parents, grandparents, and guardians. As partners in your cadets' educational experience, we welcome you back to campus and thank you for entrusting the Riverside faculty and administration with the development and education of your young men. Would our parents, grandparents, and guardians please stand to be recognized? Now, will all here today who contributed to the Academy Scholarship Fund or the Georgia Gold Scholarship Program please stand to be recognized for your role in the graduation of many cadets in the class of 2022. Finally, would all who have served or are serving in any of our nation's armed forces or as first responders please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. This concludes the awards portion of today's review. At this time, Colonel Proshevsky will be joined by Brigadier General Daniel Kaufman, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Bassett, our commencement speaker and member of the class of 1955, and Sergeant Major Sosa, the Academy Sergeant Major, in preparation for the Pass and Review. Throughout the academic year, all 7 cadet companies compete against each other and weekly in the following categories: barracks inspection, high company average competitions, pass and review inspections, in-ranks inspection, and the command inspection. During the pass and review, we will recognize each company for its accomplishments in these categories for the 2021-2022 school year. Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Hamilton from Cumming, Georgia. Headquarters Company is commanded by Cadet Major Alfonso Garcia from Jalisco, Mexico. The band is commanded by Cadet Second Lieutenant Hai Chen Xiao from Shanghai, China. Headquarters Company has earned 32 citations and distinguished itself as Honor Company for the first semester of this school year. Alpha Company is commanded by Cadet Captain Ethan Collins from Suwanee, Georgia. Alpha Company has earned a total of 30 citations. Bravo Company is commanded by Cadet Captain Carlos Gutierrez from Parkland, Florida. Bravo Company has earned 23 citations. Charlie Company is commanded by Cadet Captain Michael Siba from Concord, North Carolina. Charlie Company has earned a total of 31 citations, including 1 citation for placing 3rd in the President's inspection. Please rise for our national colors. The color guard is led by Cadet Sergeant First Class Kalaya Newkirk from Cumming, Georgia. Delta Company is commanded by Cadet Major Loic Ragwazana from Kigali, Rwanda. Delta Company earned 18 citations, including 2 citations for placing 2nd in the President's inspection, earning them the distinction of Honor Company for the 2nd semester of this school year. India Company is commanded by Cadet Captain Landon Ojeda from Gainesville, Georgia. India Company has earned 8 citations this school year. And finally, Scout Company is commanded by Cadet Major Christian Jones from San Diego, California. Scout Company has earned 12 citations this school year, including 3 for winning the President's inspection. Please rise or remain standing as the band performs the Riverside Military Academy fight song. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for our Riverside Military Academy band. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by until Colonel Przewski critiques the battalion commander and his staff on the performance of the Corps of Cadets. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, one final applause for this distinguished Corps of Cadets.
Thank you for tuning into our special event coverage at Riverside Military Academy, brought to you by ENN Live.